Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my first lesson of a solution of 4024-22 May June 21 paper. In this class, students will be learning and discussing paper 2 of May June 21, that is the calculator version. And in this paper, students use calculators for the calculation because the calculations will be long than the paper 1 calculations. Before going to the question paper, I have to discuss the main page, front page of this paper. Here you can see that you have to write the candidate name, your name here, your center number and your roll number or candidate number. And you must read the instructions which are given in the paper, that the paper is of the length 2 hours and 30 minutes and you have to answer on the question paper. And you will be needing the geometrical instruments like pencil, rubber, sharpener, ruler and protector compass. These are the things that you can use either for the construction of locus or for the transformations. So before moving to the solution, you have to read these all instructions that we have to answer all questions. It means that there is no choice in the paper and we have to use a black or dark blue pen. You may use an HB pencil for the drawing or a graph. Write your name, center number and candidate number in the boxes at the top of the page. Write your answer to each question in the space provided, okay? And do not use an erasable pen or correction fluid. Whiteners and removers are not allowed. And do not write on any barcodes. You must use the calculator where appropriate, and you may use the tracing paper. Tracing paper can be used for the questions of symmetry and for the questions of transformations. Give non-exact numerical answers correct to 3 significant figures. Non-exact numerical calculations correct to 3 significant figures or 1 dp, 1 decimal place for angles in degrees, unless a different level of accuracy is specified in the question. And for the value of pi, use either your calculator value or 3.142. And the total marks for this paper are 100, and the number of marks for each question or part of the question will be written at the end of each question in form of brackets. I hope these general instructions are clear to all of my students. And now we can move to the solution of question number 1. Let's open the paper and see what is question number 1. Okay. First of all, it's important to read the question and understand and underline important terms of the question. And if we look at the first question, we can see the question says the price of an electric drill is $78. In a sale, the price is reduced by 15%, okay? Calculate the sale price, okay? So, what we have to do is that there is an electrical machine, electrical drill that is priced at $78, but in the sale, the price is reduced. Reduced means that you have to pay less price. And how much less price? The price is reduced by 15% and we have to find the new price or the sale price. Okay, so recall that how to do this type of situation, that we can take the help of the ratio method here, or we can say that when the price is 78, we have to give 100%. When we have 100% price, then we have to pay $78. Now, when the price is reduced by 15, reduce means that 100 minus 15, and this will give me 10 minus 5 is 5, and 9 minus 1 is 8, 85%, because the price is reduced by 15%, how much amount we have to pay for that? Okay, now what we have to do, we can see that as the price is reduced, so 100x will be equal to 78 multiplied by 85, and X, which is the sale price. Okay, X is the sale price. 78 multiplied by 85 by 100. Now, as this is the calculator paper, so we can use calculator easily. 78 multiplied by 85. Try to provide all necessary calculations on the answer script. 6630 divided by 100, and this is when I will be dividing it by 100, this will become 66.3. 66.3. So I have to fill up the answer space. This will become $66.3, and dollars is already written. And let's move to the B part, and let's read the B part first. The exchange rate between the dollars and the euros is $1 equals to euro 0.85. Michael changes $100 to euros. Okay, he buys the clock costing 58.99 euros. He changes the remaining money back to dollars. Calculate the amount in dollars he has left. Okay, he has left. Now students, there are so many things that we need to understand. That the exchange rate which is given in the question is that $1 equals to how many euros? That is 0.85. I'll be going step by step. Okay, and the first thing is that I have to convert $100. So if $1 is 0.85 euros, so $100 will be equal to $100 will be equal to 100 multiplied by 0.85. Really easy questions. 100 multiplied by 0.85, this is 85, but let me confirm this. This means that for $100 we have 85 euros. Now, it means that we have done the first step, that we have converted $100 to euros, and he is buying what? A clock costing 58.99 euros. Okay, so purchase price, he changes. Okay, cost price of clock is equal to euro 58.99. Now look, out of these 85 euros, we are purchasing a clock that has the price 58.99, and then after spending 58.99 out of 85 euros, how much amount I will left? So for that, remaining amount will be equal to 85 minus 58.99, and I have to use the calculator efficiently. 58.99, this is 26.01. 26.01 euros are left with me. Now let me read the next part of the question. He changes the remaining money back to dollars. Remaining money, now we have to convert euros to dollars. So what will be the conversion rule he will be using? Now, as euro 1 equals to 1 over 0.85 dollars. So euro 26.01 will be equal to 26.01 divided by 0.85. 26.01 divided by 0.85, and this gives me 30.6 dollars. So the remaining money after spending 58.99 euros is 26.01, and which in the equivalent dollars is 30.66. I hope really easy and interesting questions. And okay, let's move to the next part. And let's read the question first. It's really important to read, understand and underline important terms of the question. And the information is written in form of some advertisement. Question says that A simple is having the simple interest at 2.1 per year and cool compound interest at 2% per year. Petro invests $3,500 in A simple account for 4 years. Okay. And then Elena invests same amount, $3,500 in the cool compound account for 4 years. At the end of 4 years, who has more money in their accounts and by how much? This is also one of the important questions, and it's often coming in these past 2-3 years. So we should have the good idea and good command on the concept of simple and compound interest. Let's make the learning corner here. I do not have to go beyond this space. Okay, so I can write the formula here. That's formula for the simple interest is PRT, principal rate time upon 100, where principal is the amount that we either keep in the bank or borrow from the bank. Rate is mostly given with percentage, and time must be given in form of per annum. And formula for the compound interest, amount equals to P into 1 plus R over 100, rate over 100 raised to power of n, where again P is the principal, rate is the percentage of interest, and n is the conversion period or time here. If we look at both the formulas, we can see that in compound interest formula, we have amount. That means that the principal plus whatever extra amount the bank is giving us. But in simple interest formula, this is simple I, and in order to get amount after some specific period, amount in this case will be equal to principal plus interest. Now let's see the question once again, that we have two people and they are choosing two different types of investment plans. So let's see that if Petro invests $3,500 with simple interest rate for 4 years, how much amount will be there in the account at the end of 4 years, keeping in mind that this plan is for the simple interest. So I will be equal to PRT upon 100. Okay, now what we have to do, that principal is 3,500, rate is 2.1%, and time is 4 years upon 100. In this paper, we can use the calculator easily, but try to learn to make your calculations easy as well. Zeros goes with 0, and 35 multiplied by 2.1 multiplied by 4. Now you can use the calculator. 35 multiplied by 2.1 multiplied by 4, and this gives me 294. This is the amount of interest that this person will be receiving at the end of 4 years, and how much amount by simple interest we will have at the end of 4 years, that is principal plus interest. You must have to provide all necessary working in your calculation space. Principal is 3,500 and interest is 294. 3,500 plus 294, and this gives me $3794, and let me block the answer. Okay, this is the amount that this person will have by the simple interest plan. And now what we can do is we can make a line here so that we can execute the working for the second plan. Now for the second plan, that is about the compound interest. First of all, it's good to write the formula that amount is equal to principal into 1 plus rate over R over 100 raised to power of n. A equals to, principal is 3500, 1 plus rate is 2%. Here the rate is less, 2 over 100, and time period is 4 years. So what we have to do, 3500 and 2 over 100 is 2 divided by 100 is 0.02. 1 plus 0.02 raised to power of 4, 3500, and now I have to add 1 to this. This will become 1.02 raised to power of 4. Okay, 1.02 cap 4 raised to power of 4. This will give me 3500 multiplied by 1.08, 0824, 1.0824, 1.0824 multiplied by 3500, and this gives me the 3788.4 amount. This is the money that Alina will have at the end of 4 years if she is keeping the money with cool compound or with the compound interest plan. Okay, now the question says at the end of 4 years who has more money in their account and by how much. Okay, now look at the amount that both the people will have at the end of 4 years. This is 3,794 and this is 3,788.4. So we can see clearly that Petro with the simple interest plan will have more money in the account at the end of 4 years. And now what we have to do in order to find how much extra money he will have, for that the difference in amounts, that will be equal to 3794 minus 3788.4, and this gives me 3788.4 minus 3794, and this is 5.6. okay, 5.6 and 5.6, and this will be who has the more money. This is Petro, and this is $5.6. Okay, let me check calculation once again. That 3,500 plus this is your 294, and this gives me 3,500 plus 294, and this gives me 294, and this gives me 3794, and 1.02 raised to power 4, 1.02 cap 4, okay, 1.0824, 1.0824 multiplied by 3,500, and this gives me 3788.4, and then I have to take the difference, 3794, 5.6. I hope you are clear about this question, and let's go to the next question. Okay, let's read next question. Question 2 says the table shows the midday temperature and the number of cups of the hot chocolate Nacha sells on each of 10 days. Midday temperature in degrees centigrade and number of hot cups of chocolate. That if the temperature is 18 degrees, the number of cups are 7. For 9, this is 15. For 4, 22, 28, 2. For 15, 12. For 21, it's 8. For 6, it's 17. For 5, 21. For 12, 16. And for 23, this is 6. Question says that complete the scatter diagram. The first 5 points have been plotted for you. So this gray area tells you that these points are already plotted, and now we have to plot these remaining 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And by plotting these 5 points, we can easily secure 2 marks. Okay, so we have to be little extra careful for the plotting and for the solution of such type of questions, so that we can easily secure marks for this type of question. For x-axis, where the temperature is, we have to reach at 21. So students, it's really important to read and understand the scale which is given. Like for x-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope the 10 blocks are representing 5. 10 blocks, x-axis, 10 blocks are representing 5. 1 block will be equal to 5 by 10 or half. 1 block will be representing half. So in order to reach at 21, we need how many small blocks? 2 blocks will be equal to 1 for x-axis, and same scale for y-axis, because for y-axis we can see that 10 blocks are representing 5. So in order to reach at 21 with 8. So for 21, I have to reach 2 blocks after 20, and this is the position of 21. And on y-axis, I have to reach at 8. So for 8, this is the position of 6, and this is the position of 7, and this is the position of 8. So I have to mark my point at this place. So let me highlight this so that my students can see this carefully, and after doing that part, I can put a tick here. Then the next is 6 with 17. So first reach and locate 6 on your graph. 6 will be 2 blocks after 5. 6 with 17. So what I have to do, I can keep the ruler on the side. Look, this is 6. This is 6 and 17. So as 2 blocks are equal to, this is 15 and this is 16, and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 3 and 4. This is 17. This is 17. Okay, the second point is marked. Then 5 with 21. We can easily locate 5, that is already marked here. And 21, I have to move straight up. First, I have to cross 20, and then 2 blocks after, and this is 21. This is 21. Okay, and then 12 with 16. 12 for 12, we can see that this is a position for 11. Then this is a position for 12. Okay, 13. Let me see. 10. This is 11. And then this is 12. This is the fourth block. Sorry, this is the fourth block, 12. And for 12, we have to reach at 16. This is 10. This is 15. Let me keep the ruler here. 15 and 2 blocks after that. This is 16. This is 16. Okay. Okay, and then we are left with last point, that is 23 with 6. 23. Now, okay, this is a position of 21. This is 22, 22, and this is 23. 23. Okay, 23 with 6. 23 with 6. This is a position of 5, and this is a position of 6. Okay, hurry up. Now look, before moving to the next part, you must have to count whether we have plotted all 5 points or not, because we have to secure these whole 2 marks completely. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 points are marked. Okay, now the next part says that describe the relationship between the midday temperature and the number of cups of the chocolate Nacha cells. Describe the relationship between the midday temperature and the number of cups of the chocolate she sells. If we look at the trend, we can see that as the temperature is rising, the number of cups of the chocolates are decreasing. Okay, so this is clear from your graph as well, that the increase in the temperature is causing the decrease in the sale of your hot cups of chocolate. So describe the relationship. It's a negative correlation. Okay, it's a negative correlation. And increase in the temperature is affecting the decrease in sale of number of cups of hot chocolate chocolate. Okay, so as we are the teacher, so we have to follow the instructions that we do not go beyond this space. So I hope you are clear about this, and let's move to the next part. And the next part says that by drawing a line of best fit, estimate the number of cups of the hot chocolate sold when the midday temperature is 17 degrees centigrade. Okay, so recall that how to draw the line of best fit. Line of best fit is the line that passes through the midpoint of most of the plotted points in such a way that it leaves at least half of the points below the line and half of the points above the line. So before making your line perfect, you have to see the behavior of points by keeping the transparent ruler in this way, that the position where you can get at least half points above the line and half of the points below the line, on that space, on that place, you have to draw the line of best fit. So if I am keeping my ruler in this way, first I will be drawing the rough sketch and I will be observing, and then I'll go for the perfect pen. Okay, now look, if I'm considering this line, then at least 1 point, 2 point, 3 and 4 points are on the line, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 points are below the line. Okay, let me redraw this line and let me see the best possible place. This is what I'm trying to teach to my students, that first you have to see the best placement of the points, and then you can go for the perfection of the line. Otherwise you will not be getting good results. Okay, if I'm making the line at this place, then in this way 1, 2, 3 and 4 points at least above, and 1, 2, 3 and 4 points below the line. I hope this is the best place. And now what we have to do, we have to get the temperature from 17 degrees centigrade by drawing the line of best fit at number of cups when the temperature is 17 degrees centigrade. So for 17, this is the place for 16 and 17. First locate 17. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this place is coming after 10. And how many blocks after 10? This is around 11. So 11 cups will be sold when the temperature is 17 degrees centigrade. Let me make it perfect. This is the place for 16 and 17. Let me redraw this line. Okay, and now it's the time to go to fix this line. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4, 17, and over here how many cups are coming? Cups for 17 are 2 blocks after 2 blocks after 10. So for 17, line of best width we have drawn here, and let me make it little more clear. Okay, very easy, and from this article we can easily grasp marks. So this is approximately 11 cups. So 11 is the answer for this part, and let's move to the next question. Okay, the next question is about algebra, D1 chapter number 4, or D2 chapter number 3, 4 and 5. Very easy question. And let's move to the first part of this question. Question says that simplify 4a minus b plus 6b minus 7a. So what we have to do, we have to first write the question 4a minus b plus 6b minus 7a, and then we have to write the like terms together near each other. Okay, 4a minus 7a minus b plus 6b. Okay, very easy questions. Okay, students, and now what we have to do, we have to take away 4 from minus 7. This is 7 is big. Do not forget the rule of integers, that how to add and subtract integers. Minus 3a plus 5b minus 3a plus 5b, and in most of the cases we do not give the negative answer in the beginning. So rearrange your expression, rearrange your answer. 5b minus 3a. 5b minus 3a is the answer for this question. Moving to the second part, that is again very easy question. M by 2 minus 4 equals to 5. Simple linear equation. Okay, shift 4 to other side by changing the sign. Here the rules of integers, and the solution for the simple linear equation, simple steps have to be really easy and clear. Okay, and m by 2 equals to, let me come over here, m by 2 equals to 9. Children, you can see that how wisely I'm dividing the space, and I'm not worried that, oh, space is less, how can I accommodate my working? You have to observe these all things carefully. And m equals to 18. 2 times 9. I'm really enjoying this work. 2 times 9, and which is equal to 18. Okay, so I have to fill up the answer space. M equals to 18. And now the question says rearrange u equals to t plus 4 by 3 to make t the subject of formula. Okay, recall the concept of subject of formula from your D2 lessons. T plus 4 by 3, the letter that we want to make the subject of formula. We have to isolate that letter. We have to keep that letter alone. That letter has to be the only letter on one side of the equation. So what we have to do, we have to first shift this 3 to other side. It will become 3u equals to t plus 4. And now t plus 4 equals to 3u. And now what to do to make t the subject of formula? Shift 4 to other side, and t equals to 3u minus 4. T equals to 3u minus 4. Okay, 3u minus 4. This is the answer for this part. And then the next is 3y into 2y square plus 5. We have to expand this. D2 chapter number 3 or D1 chapter number 4 and 5 has to be really good and strong for these all concepts. Okay, 2y square plus 5. And now what we have to do, we have to apply distributive property that the number which is outside the bracket has to be multiplied with every term inside the bracket. This will become 3 multiplied by 2 and y multiplied by y square, plus the sign will be coming as it is, 3 multiplied by 5 and y. Now look, tables have to be strong. 3 times 2 or 2 times 3 is 6, and laws of indices, according to the laws of indices, it will become y1 plus 2 plus 3 times 15 is 3 times 5 is 15y, and it will become 6y cube plus 15y. 6y cube plus 15y. Very easy and very interesting questions. Okay, and now it's a time to turn the page. Okay, the next question says that 100 adults in the town were surveyed about the number of emails they each received one day. The table shows the results. Number of emails are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and number of adults are 8, 10, 22, 28, 15, 9, 6, and 3. And the question says that find the mode. Recall my D2 lessons of statistics where we decided that what will be the mode for the group data. Mode is the number that has the largest frequency in front of that, or most repeated, most coming, most occurring. Okay, it's up to you how you keep the things in your mind, but these are really easy concepts. So we have to see which adult or what is the largest frequency here. Here 8, 10, 22, 28, 15, 9, and 5, and 3. So if we observe the frequency, we can see that 28 is the largest frequency. Let me highlight this number. So the value of x in front of the largest frequency, value of x in front of the largest frequency will be mode. So mode for this question will be 4. Let me highlight this number. Okay, so the mode of the question is 4. Why this is 4? Because mode is the number that has the largest frequency in front of that. Most repeated, most occurring number is the mode of the data. And moving to the next question, the next part says calculate the mean. Recall that what is the formula for the mean for the group data. Before going to your O-level examination, you should have good command on all the concepts and formulas. Those who find difficulty, they can come to the channel and they can watch the basic lessons about the formulas. Okay, the formula for mean is summation f of x upon summation of f. Now, how to get the answer for summation of f? That is the information which is given in the question at the top, that 100 adults. 100 adults. Otherwise, what we can do is we can add up all the frequencies, and the sum of this column will be the answer of summation of f. And now the second problem is that what to do and how to get f of x column. For that, what we have to do, we have to multiply each frequency by the corresponding value of x. Okay, let me complete the table here quickly in front of my students so that they can get the idea that how to utilize already work which is done in the exam. We are not going to make a new table for f of x column. We are not going to make the new table for f of x. We just have to extend that table and we will be erasing extra work quickly. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to quickly multiply carefully each frequency with the corresponding value of x. Okay, this is what we are going to do. 8 times 1 is 8, 10 times 2 is 20, 22 times 3 is 66, 28 times 4, 28 multiplied by 4, 112, 15 times 5 is 75. Really easy. 9 6 is 54, 7 5 is 35, 8 3 is 24. Okay, let me reconfirm this, because this is again one of the most easy and most important concepts, and that can easily give us good marks. 8 times 1 is 8, 10 times 2 is 20, 22 times 3 is 66, 28 times 4. 28 times 4 is 112, 75, 54, 35, and 24. Now I have to carefully add up these all numbers. Okay, 20 plus 8 will give me 28 plus 66 plus 112 plus 75 plus 54 plus 35 plus 24, and this gives me 394. Summation is 394. Okay, so what we have to do is 394, and summation of f is 100 divided by 100, and 3.94 if I'm not wrong. 3.94 is the answer for this. 3.94, very easy question. And now moving to the next part, that says that one of these adults is chosen at random. One of these adults is chosen at random. Find the probability that they received fewer than 4 emails, less than 4 emails, and give your answer as a fraction in the simplest form. Recall the concept of probability. That probability means favorable chances upon total chances. Now we have to have the focus on the number of people who are receiving less than 4. Okay, so come to the table and see that how many people are getting less than 4 emails. So for that purpose, we can see that these 3 people are getting less than 4 emails. So first of all, for the favorable chances, what we have to do is that we have to add up these 3 numbers. Okay, so if I'm adding, favorable chances are 8 plus 10 plus 22. 22 plus 8 is 30 plus 10 is 40. Okay, probability for fewer than 4 emails is favorable chances upon total chances. Favorable chances are 40 and total chances are 100. 0 goes with 0, and I'm left with 4 by 10, and which can be easily simplified to 2 2s are 2 5s are, okay, and 2 by 5. Read the question. Question says give your answer as fraction. So we are not going to turn the answer in decimal. We must have to read and follow the instructions which are given in the question. And now let's move to the next part of the question. And the question says that the town has 1800 adults. Okay, use the survey result to estimate the number of adults in the town who received exactly 5 emails in the day. 5 emails that day. Okay, now once again let me read the question carefully. That some town has total of 18,000 people, and we have to use the survey result to estimate the number of adults in the town that received exactly 5 emails that day. So first of all, we have to see that how many people are getting exactly 5 emails. So the number of people who are getting exactly 5 emails are 15. Exactly 5 emails. The number of people who are getting exactly 5 emails are 15. Okay, these are the 5 emails. This is a place for 5 emails, and the number of people who are getting exactly 5 emails is 15. So what we have to do, that first of all, in order to write the estimated answer, first of all we have to find the probability of the people who are getting exactly 5 emails. So total people estimated. okay, who received 5 emails, 15 by 100 multiplied by 18,000. Now look, 0 goes with 0. You have to observe my working style as well. During my calculation, I'm telling you that how to make your calculation easy and how you can save your time and energy. Okay, 15 times 8, 180 multiplied by 15, and this gives me 2,700. 2,700 adults. Okay, really easy question, and I'm really enjoying today's class because most of the concepts I'm finding either from D1 or D2, not a difficult paper at all. And the students of O2, those who have not done the complete course so far, they can also easily understand this paper, and they can also solve this paper for the preparation of their exams. Moving to the next question. Moving to question number 5, and let's read the question. Question 5 says, use the set notation to describe the subset shaded in the Venn diagram. Oh, very easy question. This is the concept from D2, and we can easily grasp this concept. If we are not clear from D2, or if you find difficulty, you can come to the channel library where you can find the basic lessons over there. Now do observe that we have the overlapping situation here, and in this situation both of the sets A and B are not shaded, and the region of the Venn diagram which is outside this these two sets, that is the shaded, and it's really clear that it will be A union B whole complement. A union B whole complement. Okay, and now what we have to do, we have to move to the next question, and let me first read the question carefully. From the paper, question says that universal contains the elements 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And P, set P is the set which is the factor of 36. It's good to write the elements in this way, but whatever elements of subsets we have to take from universal. Factors and multiples, we should have a very good idea of factors and multiples from D1 chapter number 1. You can see, students, that examiner is not testing the concepts directly. This basically factors and multiples are the concept of D1, but it's testing it over D2 question as well. Factors of, what are the factors of 36? From this 2, 3, 4 is a factor of 36, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 is a 36, 10, 11, and 12. P and Q, multiples of 4. Coming to set Q, Q is the multiple of 4. So 4, 8, and 12. 4, 8, and 12. And then set R, which contains the numbers which lie between 3 and 6. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, the question says that complete the Venn diagram. So what we have to do, we can see that 4 is coming. 4 is coming in all 3 sets. 4 is coming in all 3 sets. So it means that we'll be writing 4 at this place. And now 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Now look at 3. 3 is 2 is first focus at 2, and 2 is not coming at some other place, so I'll write 2 in set P only. Now let's talk about 3. 3 is in P and 3 is in R. So P and R, intersection of P and R, now this is the place for 3. 4 we already have decided. Now come to 6. 6 is in set P and set R. P and R. P and R, then this is a place for the intersection of P and R. This is 6. Coming to 9, and 9 is coming in set P only. 9 is coming in set P only. So I'll write 9 here. And let's talk about 12. 12 is coming in P and Q, intersection of P and Q. It's a common element. Okay, so 12 will be coming at this place. And then what we have to do, 3 is done, 4 is done, 6 is done, and 5 will be over here only, the single element that is coming. Now let's see the universal again, once again. 2 is done, 3 is done, 4 is done, 5 is done, 6 is done, 7 is not coming in any element. Okay, and I'm left with okay, just wait, 7 and 8. Okay, 8 is in set Q, 8 in set Q, so I'll write it over here. 9 is done somewhere. 10, what about 10? 10 is not coming in any other set, so I have to write it in universal. And then 11 again, 11 is not coming in any other set, and 12 I have accommodated already. Okay, look children, see how I'm fitting all of the elements in the circles, and then the remaining elements which are not coming in all these three sets or given sets, I'm accommodating those elements in the universal outside those circles. It's really important to fit all the elements of the universal and place all the elements of universal set in different positions. And then the question says that they list the elements of P intersection Q union R complement. P intersection Q union R complement. Let's try to first understand that Q union R, and complement means, what is the meaning of the term complement? That means difference from universal, difference from universal or remaining elements, or we have to discard that thing, okay, or discard that. It's up to you. Discard that, how you keep the things in your mind during exam. It means Q and R both we have to exclude. Q and R both we have to exclude. If I'm excluding this portion, this portion, this portion, and again this and this, I will left with only P. Okay, this is the place for P intersection Q union R complement. Okay, look children, this is really important to understand that how I am identifying the region. Look, I do not have to take Q union R. If I'm taking Q, it means this is a complete set, and then R, it means that I have to discard this whole region which is on this side. So elements of P and P intersection Q union R complement are two elements, are 2 and 9. So I have to write 2 and 9 here. And then moving to the number of elements of P union Q, here again it is really important to understand this symbol, this letter, in sets and probability both. Sets plus probability, that this symbol asks you that after calculation we have to tell the quantity, we have to tell the number, we do not have to give the set as the answer. So first what we have to do, we have to take the union of, for safer side, we have to take the union of P and Q, either from the diagram, like this is when I'm taking the union 2, 9, 3, 6, 4, 12 and 8. These all elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 are coming. Otherwise what we can do is, because we can again easily secure 2 marks or 1 mark from here. So P union Q, I have to focus on these two sets, and union means all. Union means all. Union all, and intersection is the common. You can see students that while discussion of the paper, I'm almost revising the whole concept. P is union Q is 2, 3, 4, 6. Go in the sequence. Try to go in the sequence. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. 9 and 12. Okay, now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And number of elements of P union Q equals to 7. So I have to state 7 here. Be careful, students. Do not write this answer in form of the set. You will be losing your marks here. Okay, the next part says that use the set notation to complete the statement. Okay, equals to 5. And what does the 5 means? 5 or this is empty set, empty or null. Look at the diagram and see that which portion is not receiving any element, which portion of the diagram P is having, only P is having some elements, this intersectional portion, and this is the intersection of all three sets. Only Q is receiving some element and only R is receiving some element. But if we look at this portion of the Venn diagram, we can see that over here we do not have any element. So this is the empty set. This is now we have identified the region where we are having the empty set in the answer. Now you have to talk to yourself that if I want to write this in set notation, how to write this? Okay, look students, look carefully that this portion is the intersection of which two sets, Q and R. And here the set P is completely not coming. So it has to be P complement intersection Q intersection R. I hope you are really clear about this question. And let's move to the next question. Let's read the question first. Question says, PQR is an isosceles triangle with PR equals to QR. P is the point 1,5 and Q is the point 5,1. P 1,5 and Q 5,1. Okay, and angle PRQ. PRQ is not right angle. PRQ is not a right angle. This is also important information that we have to keep in our mind. And then we have to find the coordinates of one possible position of R. Okay, so the question says that we have to complete an isosceles triangle in which two of the vertices are given. If the senior students of O3 observe these 2 points carefully, they can see that what is happening here, that 1,5 and 5,1, they are somehow the reflection in, and we have to complete the isosceles triangle. And isosceles triangle is a triangle in which two of the sides are equal. So we have to keep, and the triangle that we will be drawing will have these all qualities in it, that it has to be isosceles, and P to R distance will have to be equal to Q to R distance, and R is not equal to the 90-degree angle. So let's first draw the figure and try to understand that how to get the possible values of R. One of the point is 1 with 5. Okay, if I'm taking this point as, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, I'm making this solution for my O2 students who are really young at this stage, and they have just covered the syllabus and they want to reinforce their concepts through examination paper. So I'll be going slow and I will be showing complete working. P has the coordinates 1 with 5. This is the position of P, 1 with 5, and Q 5 with 1. Q 5 with 1. 5 with 1. And now first let's join these 2 points and see the situation of point R. If I'm keeping point R at this place. Okay, do observe, I will not draw the line here. I will just discuss that if I'm keeping the point R here or point R at this place, that will be giving me incorrect answer, because when I'm joining these two places, I'll be getting a right angle triangle. So that is not allowed. The question has asked me that the point R should not be at such place, which will make it 90-degree angle. So I have to think about another possibility, that how can I keep point R in such a way that I can get an isosceles triangle in that case. So okay, let's think about another possibility, that we should have that PR side has to be equal to QR side, and angle R should not be, and vertex R should not be at such position where it's making 90-degree angle. So if I cannot take this position, then what to do? If I'm taking this position, that is 4 with 4, 4 with 4, it can be one of the answer, because in this way my P to R distance equals to Q to R distance. Okay, this is one of the possibility that R can be at this place. R can be at this place. Let me use some color here so that my students can understand this easily. Okay, and now another possibility is there can be the multiple answers. Different candidates can have different understandings of this. So we cannot say that this is the one and final answer here. This situation is R with 4, 4. And now we can again have the point at this position where we can make the position of point R, possibility of point R, so that point R is at equal distance from P and Q. Point R is at equal distance from point P and Q, and it is not making the 90-degree angle. So let me use some other colors so that my students can see this clearly. These are the possibilities. Student can give any answer and it will be acceptable. 4, 4 or 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2. Okay, and then what else we can say, that other possibility, like if I'm moving over here 6 with 6, and I'm joining this point. I'm joining this point. This point, let this be the position of R, or this can also be the position of R. Okay, so these are three possibilities that I have discussed with you. So I can either write 4, 4 or 2, 2 or 6 and 6. So I'm taking 4, 4 as my required point. I hope you are clear about this. Again, the next question, B part says, here are the equation of 5 curves. Y equals to 2 minus x square, y equals to x cube minus 2, and y equals to x square plus 2x minus 8, and y equals to x cube minus 3x, and x square minus 3x. Okay, sketches of 3 of these curves are drawn below. Write down the correct equation underneath each sketch. Okay, let's discuss how to decide that which equation is associated with which curve. If we look at the first equation, that is 2 minus x square. 2 minus x square, this is the quadratic equation, and there are 2 quadratic graphs given to us. So it's really important to decide that which curve will have the equation 2 minus x square. If we go through the question, we have another quadratic curve and equation here, and this is the third quadratic equation here. As here the coefficient of the square term is positive, a, which is the coefficient of square term, coefficient of square term that is positive, then the parabola will have the opening upward, and if a is less than 0, then parabola will have the opening downward. We have to keep this rule in the mind. This will also be helping us in deciding that which curve or which graph is associated with this equation. Now, if we go through all of the curves and let's make a quick decision. As we know the rule that if the coefficient of the square term is negative less than 0, then the parabola will have the opening downward. So it's really clear that for this curve, this is the second curve, it has the opening downward. So it will be y equals to 2 minus x squared. So we have easily identified one of the equation and one of the diagram. But now for the positive coefficient, we have two competitors. One is this one and one is this one. Now how to decide between these two that which equation is associated with this graph, or for this graph which equation is suitable? These are the questions that have to come into your mind before the solution of the question. Okay, now look, this graph is passing through origin over here. Okay, so if I'm looking at this equation, okay, observe my lesson carefully and watch it carefully. I'm telling you that do observe this portion of the graph. If you look at this parabola, this is meeting at two different places on x-axis. It's making two different x-intercepts, but here the curve is passing through origin. And when you do not have C, the constant, that means that the curve passes through origin. This is another identification that this curve does not have C. This curve does not have clear two x-intercepts. So in this case, students, you have to write the equation which is associated, or for first parabolic curve is y equals to x square minus 3x, and coming to now third, okay, that is the cubic curve. And now we have two cubic curves with us. One is x cube minus 2 and one is x cube minus 3x. Okay, now if we observe the graph carefully, if I'm keeping my x value 0, y equals to x cube minus 2, if I'm putting x value 0, y equals to minus 2, this graph is meeting on the below side of y-axis, on the negative side of y-axis. So the curve which is associated, the equation which is associated with this graph will be y equals to x cube minus 2. This is how you have to decide that which equation is associated with which graph. You have to keep the rules of the sketches in your mind, and if you feel any difficulty in understanding the rules of sketches, you can go to the channel library where all of the types of the graphs and their sketches are available there. You can watch the lesson from there and before your O-level examination. Moving to the next question, and the next question says that A is the point -1 and 5 and B is the point 3, 3. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to AB and which passes through the midpoint, of AB. So there are many things that we have to understand, that the requirement is the equation of line. So recall what is the general form of equation of line that passes through 2 points, y equals to mx plus c, where m is the gradient m is the gradient, and the formula for the gradient is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And now this line is perpendicular to, the new line is perpendicular to AB. The relationship between the gradients of perpendicular lines, that the product of the gradients of two lines when they are perpendicular is -1, and then the line is passing through the midpoint of AB. Formula for the midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2 comma y1 plus y2 over 2. Very good question, and it's requiring almost the whole concepts. So you can see that in the learning corner I'm making all of the formulas and concepts for you. So first of all, what we have to do for going to the equation of perpendicular line, equation of perpendicular line is y equals to mx plus c. Now m formula is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, and this can be taken as x1 y1 x2 y2 minus y1. Let me write the points along the calculation. A is -1 minus 5 and B is 3. Yes, okay. y2 minus y1, 3 minus 5 upon 3 minus -1, and this gives me 3 plus 8 over 3 plus 1, sorry, 3 plus 5, which is equal to 8 over 4, and which is equal to 2. This is the gradient of the line AB. Now the gradient of line, perpendicular line, gradient of line perpendicular to AB, that is m1 multiplied by m2 is equal to -1, 2 multiplied by m2 is equal to -1, m2 equals to -1 by 2. Okay, and let me block this answer. We have got the gradient, one of the requirement is done, and now we have to find the midpoint as well. Midpoint AB, midpoint of A and B, m x1 plus x2, this is 3 minus 1 by 2 comma y1 plus y2, this is 3 minus 5 by 2, and this gives me 2 by 2 and minus 2 by 2, and this is 1 minus 1. I hope you are clear about these two things. And now what we have to do is that we have to find the equation of line which is perpendicular to this line. Now equation of line will be equation of perpendicular line, or line perpendicular to AB. AB is y equals to m is 1 by 2x plus c we do not know. In order to calculate c, we have to make the use of 1 minus 1. Y value is -1. Y value is -1 equals to minus 1 by 2, and x is 1 plus c, and this gives me c -1, shift -1 by 2 to other side, plus 1 by 2 equals to c, or take the LCM, 2 minus 2 plus 1 equals to c, and c equals to 1 by 2. this is minus c equals to minus 1 by 2. So required line will be y equals to minus 1 by 2x and minus 1 by 2. Very easy and very interesting questions. You just if you just have the hold on the basic concepts and formulas, you can easily solve these all questions. Okay, and let's move to the next question. Let's read the question first. Question 7 says the rectangular field measures 30 meters by 45 meters. The situation is about the rectangle, so let's make the small sketch of rectangle. Here that it's 30 meter by 45. Okay, we can take 45 here because usually length is bigger than width, and 30 meters at this place, and we have to calculate the perimeter. Very easy question. D1, this is from D1. Okay, perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus B. Replace the values. 2 into 45 plus 30, and this gives me 2 into 5 and 3, 7, 75. 75 multiplied by 2 is 150. 150 meters. Okay, 150. Okay, very easy question. And now let's have some fun with the question, and let's have some coloring. Okay, I'm making these lessons for my young students as well, so they can enjoy this work as well. This perimeter problem is done, and now we have to find the length of diagonal. Recall that what is the diagonal? Diagonal is the distance between the opposite corners, and for that purpose I have to draw the line here first, and recall that which concept we can apply here to get the length of diagonal. For diagonal we can make, due to this diagonal the rectangle has been divided into right triangles. Okay, it's always good to make the rough sketch of the diagram so that examiner can understand you are working easily. This is 45, this is 30, and the angles at the corners of rectangle are always of 90 degrees. We have a right angle triangle with us, and it's good to give some name A, B and C, and let the length of diagonal be x, and let the length of diagonal equals to x meters. And now we have to apply Pythagoras theorem. Do not forget the rule of Pythagoras theorem, that the square of the hypotenuse will be equal to sum of squares of other two shorter sides. This is 30 square plus 45 square. Okay, 30 square is 900. Okay, and 45 square will give me 2025. And now what we have to do, we have to add up these two numbers. Those calculations which are easy, you must have to perform those workings clearly on the answer space, so that you can get full marks over there. And in order to get value of x, we have to take the square root over here. 2925, and this is 2925, 54.09. X equals to 54.09, and which can be approximately taken as x equals to nearest to three significant figures, 54.1 meters. Really easy and interesting questions. Next question says that the diagram is given, which is not the right angle triangle, and in this triangle we are given with one of the acute angles, which is 60 degrees, and three sides. One is a plus 4, and this is 11. Is given, and the diagram is not according to some scale. The diagram shows the sketch of the triangle PQR. All lengths are given in centimeters, and we have to calculate length of A. Okay, recall that how to find the value of some unknown when the triangle is not the right angle triangle. Okay, the previous part was the application of D1 and D2, and now move to D3, sine law and cosine law, and recall how to decide whether sine law or cosine law which is suitable, as we are given with all three sides and one angle only. So what we will be doing, we will be preferring cosine law here. And in order to apply cosine law, what we have to do, that we know that this is the face which is in front of the angle given. So a plus 4 whole square will be equal to a square plus 11 square. Cosine law is that a square equals to b square plus c square minus 2bc, and cos of the letter which is on the other side. So here we have used b square plus c square minus 2 into 11 into a, and cos of 60 degrees. Okay, you have to check the mode of your calculator, that must be in the degrees. Okay, see what is the answer of cos 60 degrees with you. Cos 60 degrees is 0.5, this is a square, equals to 121 minus 2 into 11, 22, a into cos 60 degrees is 1 by 2. Now 2 and 22 can go easily, and I will left with a square plus 121 minus 11a. Now what to do? Before that, we have to focus our attention on a plus 4 whole square. How to solve this? We have to apply the algebraic identity from D2, that a plus b whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square, and according to that it will become a square plus 2ab, 2 into a into 4 plus 4 square equals to a square minus 11a plus 121, and this will become a square plus 8a plus 16 equals to a square minus 11a plus 121. Algebra with trigonometry, this is also one of the trend of these type of exams, that now in these days examiner is putting a question that is the integrated question of trigonometry with algebra. Now this goes with this, and we are left with 8a plus 16 equals to 11a plus 121, shift 11a to other side, 8a plus 11a equals to 121 minus 16, 121 minus 16, and this gives me 105, 11 and 8 is 19a. And let me move over here, and the question takes the form that a equals to 105 by 19. 105 divided by 19 gives me 5.5. A equals to 5.5 centimeters. Okay, so the answer for A is 5.5. I hope you are really clear about this question, and let me check my working once again, so that if there is any problem with the solution we can correct it before moving to the next part. And we are having a plus 4 whole square, a square plus 11 square minus 2 into 11 in cos 60. Cos 60 is half. Half will give me a square minus 11a plus 121, and this will give me a square plus 8a plus 16. A square goes with a square, and 8a plus 11a, 11 and 8 is 19, and 121 minus 16, 121 minus 16, and this gives me 105 by 19, and this is approximately 5.52 centimeter. Okay, 5.52. I have to give the answer to three significant figures. 5.526, and which is 5.53. So I have to write 5.53 centimeter. I hope you are really clear about this question. Let's move to the next part of the same question, and let's first read the question. Question says, the diagram shows the sketch of the quadrilateral ABCD. All lengths are in centimeters. The area of the quadrilateral ABCD is 70 centimeters square. Calculate the angle DAB. Okay, the requirement is that we have to calculate the angle DAB. Now look, children, we are given with the area of ABCD, the shape which is the composite figure, and it contains one right triangle and one oblique triangle. Area of this whole shape is 70 centimeters square, and we have to find the angle, we have to calculate the angle DAB. And if we observe the angle DAB, that is having some portion in the right triangle and some portion in the oblique triangle. This is the angle that we have to calculate. In order to calculate this whole angle, we have to use and we have to take help of the right triangle and the oblique triangle, and then finally what we have to do, we have to add up these two angles to get the full angle. Okay, now look that if we look at that triangle which is DAC triangle, in triangle DCA, this is let me make the small sketch of the figure here. This is D, C and A. This is 8 and this is 10, and I want to find this angle. So in order to find this angle, we have to see that which trigonometric ratio I can apply with the reference of angle A, that I can write the rule here that some people have curly brown here through a proper brushing or staccato, opposite upon adjacent. Now look, we are given with the reference of angle A, opposite and adjacent. So tangent of angle A will be equal to opposite 10 upon 8, and A will be equal to tangent inverse of 10 upon 8. Now I have to take inverse 10 of 10 by 8, and this gives me 51.3. Angle A is 51.34 or 51.3 degrees. Okay, so let me block this. This angle is 51.3 degrees. Now we have calculated some portion of angle A, and the remaining portion of angle A is in triangle ACB, which is the non-right or oblique triangle. How to find the angle in this triangle? We can see that area of this whole shape is given. So if we can find the area of this triangle, we can apply the formula that area equals to half AB and sine of C. So in order to get the area of this triangle ACB, I have to take away the area of right triangle from 70. So after this, what we have to do, we have to find the area of triangle ACD, area of triangle ACD equals to half base into height. You should have good command on the formulas, because most of the questions require the formula half into base 10 multiplied by height is 8. Now 2 ones are 2 fours are, so it means 10 times 4, which is equal to 40 and cm square, centimeter square. So area of triangle ACD is 40 centimeter square. And if I'm finding the area of triangle, which triangle, students? ACB. ACB equals to that will be area of quadrilateral, minus area of right triangle, ACD, and this will be equal to 70 minus 40, which is equal to 30 centimeters square. Now we have the area of this shape, which is 30 centimeter square. Now what we have to do is that we have to apply the formula for the area of oblique triangle in order to get the angle. And now area of triangle ACB. Now area of triangle ACB equals to half into 8 multiplied by 9 and sine of angle A. Area is 30 equals to 2 ones are and 2 fours are, and 4 times 9 is 36. Sine of angle A, or sine of angle A equals to 30 by 36. This will give me angle A equals to sine inverse of 30 by 36. Okay, now hold calculator. Sine inverse of 30 by 36 equals to 56.44 or 4 degrees. Now we have the other portion of angle A as well, which is 56.4 degrees, and we have to find the final requirement is angle DAB. Angle DAB equals to what? DAC angle plus CAB. I'm going really slow so that my O2 students can also understand these lessons properly, so that they can prepare their final examination. They can take the help from these papers. DAC, which is 51.3 degrees, 51.3 degrees plus 56.4 degrees. And now what we can do is that we have to add up these two values. 51.3 plus 56.4, and this is 107.7 or 8 degrees. 107.7 degrees. So angle DAB equals to 107.7 degrees. Okay, really easy and really interesting questions, and I'm really enjoying my past paper session because in this way I'm testing all of the concepts and whole knowledge of O-level examination. Please watch and understand these lessons properly, and let's move to the next question. Okay, let's read question number 8 first. Question 8 says that f of x equals to 3x minus 5 and g of x equals to 4x plus 4 over 3, and find f of minus 2. Again, really easy question. The combination of algebra and inequality with functions. F of minus 2, what we have to do? We have to take the function of f of x, and then the input is minus 2. So what we will be doing, instead of x, we will replace x by minus 2. 3 into minus 2 minus 5, and this will give me minus 6 minus 5 equals to minus 11. So I have to fill up the answer space here. Okay, minus 11. Okay, the next part is, in the B part, question says, find the largest integer satisfying f of x is greater than 3g of x. So, f of x is 3x minus 5 is greater than 3 into 4x plus 4 over 3. And now, look, this 3 can go easily with this, and I'm left with 3x minus 5 is greater than 4x plus 4. Very easy. We simply have to forget about this inequality symbol for some time and take it as the simple linear equation. And we have to recall the steps that how we are going to solve simple linear equations, and shift this 5 to other side, okay, by changing the sign. By changing the sign, and this will become 5 plus 4, 5 plus 4, and minus x is greater than 9. And now recall my lessons of linear inequalities, that when we need to shift this minus sign to other side, I'm highlighting this portion. When I'm shifting this minus sign, I have to make the variable positive. So when I will be shifting this minus sign, what change will be coming in the direction of inequality? That is the only important step, and that makes a difference between the linear equations and inequalities, that it will become x less than, I have to reverse the direction of inequality, x less than minus 9. This is really important that we need to understand, x less than minus 9. And let me block this answer so that my students can watch this clearly, this difference clearly. Okay, so now we have solved this inequality expression, and we have to find the largest integer x less than minus 9. So if you find difficulty in understanding the answer in this way, you can make small sketch of the number line here, minus 1, minus 2, and till minus 9 and minus 10. We need the values of x which are less than minus 9. And one more thing, that this is just less than conditions. Dot will not be the filled one, it will be the hollow dot, and this number that we are getting in calculation will not be the answer. So the largest integer will be x equals to minus 10. Okay, I hope you are really clear, and you can easily secure 3 marks over here. Moving to the next part, and next part says that we have to solve f of x equals to g of 3x minus 5. So f of x has a value 3x minus 5, and g of x, I hope my students are clear that here instead of x of g, we have to replace 3x minus 5, and the question will take the form 4 into 3x minus 5 plus 4 over 3. This is the input, this is the value that we have to replace instead of x of the function of g. And now what we can do is we can shift this 3 to other side. 3 into 3x minus 5 equals to 4 into 3x minus 5. Okay, 3x minus 5 plus 4. Now apply distributive property carefully, that we have to multiply all the terms inside the bracket, all of the terms inside the bracket with the number which is outside. This is 9x minus 15 equals to 12x minus 4 times 5 is 20 plus 4, and this will become 9x minus 15 equals to 12x minus this will become 16. Yes. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to shift this 12 to other side, 9x minus 12x, and shift 15 to other side, minus 16 plus 15, and this will give me minus 3x equals to minus 1, and minus sign goes with minus sign, and x equals to 1 by 3 or 0.3333, x equals to 1 by 3. Very easy questions. Okay, only the shape of the simple linear equation has been changed here. Okay, the combination of d1 and d2 and d3. Moving to the last part of the question, it says solve g inverse of x equals to 5. And if you look at the marks which are given, they are 1. So it means we have to find out some easy way of solving this question. We should not go for the lengthy working and lengthy calculation. If we shift this g to other side, we can have x equals to g of 5. G of 5. Okay, so what we are going to do is that we will be finding g of 5 first. G of x is 4x plus 4 over 3, and then we have to find g of 5. G of 5 equals to 4 multiplied by 5 plus 4 over 3. This will be 20 plus 4 over 3, or 24 over 3, which is equal to 8. So x, g of x was, x is g of 5. G of 5, and this will become x equals to 8. Really easy and interesting questions. And let's move to the next question. Question 9 says that the volume of the cone formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h, and curved surface area of cone is pi rl. And here we are given with the diagram of cone with the base radius 6 and slant height is L, and we are not given with the height of this cone. Question is saying that a cone has the base radius 6 centimeter and slant height is L centimeter. Total surface area of cone is 84 pi centimeter square. We have to find and we have to show that L comes, slant height is coming 8. Okay. One more thing that I want to tell it to my students, that showed that doesn't mean that that is the answer. That means that by some working, by means of some working, we have to create that answer. And now the second thing is that he is asking for the total surface area. Total surface area, when we talk about the total surface area, that means that this circular base area plus this curved surface area of cone, and recall the formula for the total surface area. Total surface area of cone is pi RL plus the base area of cone pi r square. And what we can do is that we can take pi and r as a common factor, and we will left with L plus r. And now answer of the total surface area is 84 pi. Now look, this pi can easily go with this pi, and I will left with 84 equals to r into L plus r. R is 6 and L plus 6 equals to 84. First shift this 6 towards other side, and this will become 84 over 6 equals to L plus 6. I hope 14 6 is 84. 84 divided by 6. This will give me 14. So 14 equals to L plus 6. L plus 6, and now I have to shift this 6 to other side. 14 minus 6 equals to L, or 8 equals to L, or L equals to 8. So you have to write proved or shown. Okay. This is how you have to give the answer for such situation. This is the question that my students often ask. But keep one thing in mind, that when the word show is written, don't take that answer in the beginning. You have to bring that answer by some means. Moving to the next part. Question says that calculate the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone. Formula for the volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square and h. height of cone. If we look at the diagram, we have the radius with us, but we do not have height with us. In order to get height, what we can do is that we can drop the perpendicular from this point towards the midpoint of the base, and we can have a right angle triangle. Let me sketch that triangle over here so that my students can understand that easily. Okay, this is height of the cone, this is base radius, and this is a slant height that we have obtained in the previous part. And now do not forget the role of Pythagoras theorem. You can see how important Pythagoras theorem is, that we are using Pythagoras theorem in different concepts, in the combination of different questions. So you should have good command on Pythagoras theorem. And now look, how to find the height. Height will be equal to, this is hypotenuse, 8 square equals to 8 square plus 6 square. This is 64 equals to 8 square plus 36. 64 minus 36 equals to 8 square. 64 minus 36, 36 is 28, and this will give me 28 equals to 8 square, or h equals to square root 28, and this gives me 5.29. 5.29. Okay, fine. Then what we have to do is that volume equals to 1 by 3 into pi 3.142, pi 3.142, and the radius is 6 square, and 5.29, which is the height, 5.29. And now volume will be equal to 1 by 3 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 36 multiplied by 5.29. So what we have to do, we have to just multiply all values of numerator. This is 3.142 multiplied by 36 multiplied by 5.29, and this gives me 598.36248, and divided by 3, and this gives me 199.4. Okay, 199.4, and as we have to give our answer nearest to 3 significant figures, so it will be approximately 199, or we can take it 200 as well. That will also be acceptable answer, 199 or 200. I hope you are clear about this. And let's move to the next part. And the next part says that the similar cone has the total surface area. Here the term similar cone has a total surface area of 47.25 by meter centimeter square. Find the radius of this cone. For geometry questions, it's really good to sketch small figures so that the concept can be cleared easily. One cone that is given in the question has the surface area. I hope we have calculated the surface area, total surface area. Similar cone has the surface area of that is 40. Original cone has the area 84 pi centimeter square, and the base radius is 6. And the new cone, this is the new cone, which is a similar. The term similar is important. We have to focus this term. Has the base area 47.25 pi centimeter square. Total surface area is given, and we have to find the radius of this similar cone. Okay, so try to recall the concept of similarity. When two figures are geometrically similar, then what is the rule and what is the relationship between the areas? We know that when two figures are geometrically similar, then the ratio between the areas will be equal to the square of the ratios of their corresponding sides. So according to that rule, what we are going to do is that area 1 area 1 upon area 2 equals to radius 1 upon radius 2 whole square, or we can take it as k square. Area 1, we are taking it of original shape, 84 pi upon 47.25 pi equals to radius 1, which is 6 upon r2 and whole square. Now look, this goes with this, and I will left with 84 by 47.25, which is equal to 6 upon r2, radius of the other cone. Okay, and now what I have to do, I have to divide 84 by 47.25, and this gives me 1.77. 6 upon r2 whole square equals to 1.77, or okay, and now in order to get value of r, I have to take the square root on both sides. So square root 1.77 will give me 1.33, or 6 equals to 1.33 multiplied by r2, and let me go over here, that r2 equals to 6 upon 1.33. 6 upon 1.33 is 4.5. R2 is 4.5. Now you can see the question is again the combination of the volume question and similarity and congruency. So examiners are giving us the idea that in order to prepare your exam, you have to focus on all of the concepts, because partial preparation will not be giving you the good grades. Let's move to the next question. Let's read the question first. Question 10 says that ABC are the points on the circumference of circle, center O, and OBD is a straight line. OBD is a straight line, and angle ABD. ABD is a 130 degree measure. Find angle ACB. Find angle ACB means we have to find which angle. We have to find this angle ACB. Okay, let me highlight the area, and then we have to think that how to find this angle, and we have to give the reason for each step of our working. Now there are one or two important informations that OBD, this is a straight line, okay, and O is the center of circle. If this is the center of circle, then O to B and O to A, O to B and O to A will be the radius, and they will be of equal measure. It means that these two sides will be equal measure, and if a triangle like A or B will have two sides equal, it's an isosceles triangle. Okay, these are the things that my children have to train their mind before solving the question. They have to figure out these all things in the beginning so that the question becomes easy for them. And another information that is given in the question is that OBD is a straight line. If this is a straight line, we can see that if we need to find this complete turn, we can easily find it out. How? Because the angles on the straight line, and they are making the semicircle, okay, and they are supplementary. Their sum is 180 degrees. So this angle OBD will be of measure 180 minus 130, so that will become 50 degrees. This is the discussion part. We must have to solve and get small answers if we can get in the beginning easily. Okay, now if we are having isosceles triangle OAB with us, and if this angle is of measure 50 degree, this will also be of measure 50 degree, because this is an isosceles triangle, and in isosceles triangle we will be having two base angles are of equal measure. And if this is 50 degrees, this will also be 50 degrees. 50 plus 50 is 100, and sum of interior angles of triangle is 180 degrees. So I will left with 80 degrees here. This is the rough working that I'm doing in my mind, and I'm training my students that in this way they also have to figure out small calculations so that they can reach the answer easily. And this is the angle that we are getting after calculation. Okay, 80. Now the required angle is ACB angle, and find out the relationship between ACB and AOB. AOB is angle at the center, ACB is angle on the circumference. Recall the property. I hope my children have reached to the answer, and it's the time to solve the question on the answer space as well. Okay, so first of all, what we are going to do is that we have to first find and give the reference that because OB, OA and OB are radius, therefore AOB triangle is an isosceles triangle. Another thing is that my angle ABO or OBA angle, OB and A angle will be equal to 180 minus what? AB and D angle, 180 minus 130 degrees, and which is equal to 50 degrees. Okay, this is 50 degrees, and I can sketch a triangle here in my working space as well. Okay, this is the vertex O, and this is 50. These two are equal sides due to the radius. Okay, this is 50, this is 50. Okay, and angle OAB equals to OAB equals to OBA equals to 50 degrees, and the reason is isosceles triangle. And now angle AOB in the triangle will be equal to 180 minus 50 plus 50, which is equal to, yes, AOB 180 minus 100, and which is equal to 80 degrees AOB. Oh, but this was not the requirement. Requirement of the question is the ACB angle. So for ACB equals to half of AOB angle, and which is equal to half of 80 degrees, and which is equal to 40 degrees. And the reason is angle at circumference equals to half angle at center. You must have to support your working with reasons and statements and properties so that examiner can award you full marks. And really easy question, ACB equals to 40 degrees. I hope this question is clear to all of my students, and let's move to the next question. It's the B part of the same question, and let's first read the question. Question says that P and Q are the points on the circumference of the different circle. Center O, PR and QR are the tangents. Okay, underline important terms of the circle at P and Q respectively. O to P, which is the radius, is 8 centimeter, and angle POQ is of 130 degrees, and we have to find the length PR. Okay. if P to R and Q to R are tangent, then recall the relationship between the radius and tangent. Radius perpendicular to tangent. It means that at the point of contact of the radius and tangent, or the point where the radius is meeting the tangent, will be the 90-degree angle. Okay, so it means the angle at this place, at this vertex, and angle at this place at point of contact will be of by 90 degrees. And we have to find the length of PR. And what is PR? PR is the tangent. And if we are able to find the length of one of the tangent, we can find the length of the other tangent, because both of them will be similar. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to join a line from the center of circle towards the point of contact of tangents, okay, towards R. And due to this line, students, you can see that the diagram POQR, which was the quadrilateral, has been divided into right triangles, and the property of the line that joins the external point to the center of circle is that it divides the angle at center in two parts. So this 130-degree angle will be divided in two halves as well. This will be 65 degrees angle at this place and 65-degree angle at this place. Now, in order to find that the length of PR, we can take any one of the right angle triangle in which one side is of Meyer, 8, and one side we want to find. So it's better to draw the small sketch here so that my students can understand that how to find these all problems. Basically, we can see that basic trigonometric ratio and Pythagoras theorem we are using frequently. So please, you should have the good command on these two techniques. This is P, this is O, and this is R, and now this is 8 and 65 degrees. And we need to find this point, and I have to mark the 90-degree angle as well, so that we can differentiate clearly between the hypotenuse and opposite and adjacent. So you can see that this is a face in front of my acute reference angle, so opposite upon adjacent. So what we are going to do is that we have to apply which trigonometric ratio, that is tangent, that in triangle POR opposite upon adjacent PR upon OP is equal to tangent 65 degrees. And now what we have to do, PR we need to find. This is 8 and tangent 65. Tangent 65 is 2.1. 2.1, and what I have to do, 2.14, and what I have to do, I have to take 8 to the other side, PR, 8 multiplied by 2.14, and this will give me 2.14 multiplied by 8, and this gives me 17.12 or 17.1. So PR is 17.12, or yes, 17.1 centimeter. Then coming to the second part, that says that calculate the percentage of the quadrilateral OPRQ that is shaded. Okay, percentage of the quadrilateral that is shaded. Now first look at the diagram. We can see that in this diagram, if we look at the entire figure, that OPRQ is a quadrilateral. In this quadrilateral, we can see that this arc portion, this is sector, this sector is unshaded one. So in order to get the portion of the quadrilateral that is the shaded portion, we have to find the area of quadrilateral and area of sector OPQ, and then we have to take the difference, and that difference will be giving me the answer of the shaded area only. And then we have to use the concept of percentage. Okay, so what first of all we have to do, as we need to find the percentage, and percentage requires the total. So first of all we have to find the area of this quadrilateral, and you can see that by drawing this straight line, the shape has divided in two right triangles. So in order to get the area of quadrilateral will be equal to area of quadrilateral will be equal to 2 times area of one triangle, area of triangle, right triangle OPR, O, P and R, and then 2, area of triangle formula is half, base into height 8 multiplied by 7.1, and this goes with this, and I'm left with 8 multiplied by 7.1, 8 times 7.1 multiplied by 7.1, and this is area of quadrilateral. We are getting the answer is 56.8 centimeters square. We have got the area of this whole shape. Let me check my previous calculations. Here I have to write 17.1, and let me check my calculation. 8 multiplied by 17.1, and this gives me 136.8. Always check your calculations before submission of your work. Now area of sector OPQ, area of sector OPQ OP and Q, that is theta upon 360 multiplied by pi r square. And now what we have to do, theta is 130 divided by 360 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 8 square. And now what we can do is that 130 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 8 square, 64 divided by 360. Now simply hold your calculator and get the answer of the product. 130 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 64, and this is 26141.44 divided by 360. Okay, let me recheck it. 130 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 8 square, 64, and this gives me 26,141.44 divided by 360, and this is 72.6. Let me check my previous calculations. Here I have to write 17.1, and let me check my calculation. 8 multiplied by 17.1, and this gives me 136.8. Always check your calculations before submission of your work. And now area of sector, let me confirm the area of sector again, so that there has to be no problem with my working. This is 26141.44 divided by 360, and this is 72.6 units square. And now shaded area will be equal to this 136.8 minus 72.6. 136.8 minus 72.6, and this gives me 64.2. Oh, this is not the end of the story. This is the shaded area only. And now what is left, student? The percentage of the shaded area. Percentage. Now percentage of shaded area will be equal to that shaded area 64.2 divided by total area, that is 136.8, or approximately, yes, let me take it the calculation as it is, total area multiplied by 100%, and then this will become 64.2 multiplied by 100, and this is 6420 upon 136.8 divided by 136.8, and that gives me 46.9 or approximately 47%. Hope students you are really clear about this question, and you can see the question is containing again multiple concepts. First is the application of the basic trigonometric ratios, then the concept of area of a triangle and this sector, and then difference between the areas, okay, and then the percentage as well. So I hope you are clear about these all concepts and you're ready for your exams now, and let's move to the next question. Okay, let's read question number 11 first carefully. Question 11 says a bag contains 12 balls. There are X black balls in the bag and other balls are white. Total 12 balls, and information about the black balls is X balls and others are white. They're not telling us that how many balls are white, but others are white. So it's really important to take help from algebra. 2 balls are taken at random from the bag without replacement. This is also important term. That what does the term without replacement means? That if you have these 2 balls with you and you have picked up one of the ball, you are not going to put it back. So for the choice of the next selection, you should not have the same denominator. For the choice of the next object, the total choices of the next object will be one less than the previous. This is what the term without replacement means, and then we have to complete the tree diagram. Okay, so the first branch he has already given us that black and white. Black is X, and when we have X black balls out of 12 balls, remaining or other will be 12 minus X by 12, and here we are picking up one of the black ball. So what will happen to the second choice? X minus 1 by 11. But if we look at the white balls, the choice of white ball, here we have selected one black ball already, so nothing has happened to the white ball at this stage. So the numerator will be coming as it is, 12 minus X over 11. Okay, over 11, this will be the choice for the white ball. And coming to the second branch, look here, in the previous part we have picked up one of the black ball, so it means this time we are not going to we are not going to select the black ball again. So the choices of black will be coming as it is, X by 11. And coming to the white, now this is the time then where we have to pick up and we have to select the another white ball, and when I will be total 12 minus X white balls, I'm picking up one white ball, I will left with 11 minus X over 11. I hope students you are really clear that how we are completing the incomplete branches of the tree diagram, and moving to the second part. The second part says that find an expression for the probability for the taking of taking one ball of each color. One ball of each color, write your answer as a single fraction in terms of X. Okay, now try to understand that. Find an expression for the probability for taking one ball of each color. One ball of each color. There are two categories of balls with us. One is black and one is white. Okay, and there is no restriction. Either I can pick up black first and white later, or what we can do that I can pick up white first or black later. So what we have to do is that we have to pick up either the probability of black with white, or what we can do is white with black. Okay, and then look at the diagram carefully. Okay, choices for black ball are x by 12 multiplied by choices of white ball are 12 minus x by 11 plus white. White are having 12 minus x by 12, 12 minus x by 12 multiplied by x by 11. White with black. So the denominator is becoming 12 multiplied by 11. 12 multiplied by 11. This is 132. 132 x into 12 minus x plus x into 12 minus x over 132. Okay, and then let me keep the paper here. What we can do is that we can see that x into 12 minus x is same, and the denominator as well is same, 132, and this is x into 12 minus x plus again x into 12 minus x. Okay, and this will become 2 times x into 12 minus x, 12 minus x over 132. 2 ones are 2 6 are 2 6 are. So let me go over here. So x into 12 minus x over 66 is the expression for the choices of one ball of each color. X into 12 minus x over 66. I hope you are clear about this part, and let's move to the next part of the same question. Moving to the next part, it says that the probability that both balls are black. Probability that both balls are black is 14 by 33. Form an equation in X and solve it to find the number of black balls in the bag and show your working. Okay. Here the information says that the probability of picking up of both black. So we have to see from the tree diagram on the next page, probability of both black is which is given in the question is 14 by 33, and probability of black with black is x by 12. X by 12 multiplied by x minus 1 over 11 equals to 14 by 33. Okay, I hope this you are clear that how we are finding both black. And now what we have to do is that we have to form the equation out of it. This is x into x minus 1 upon 12 multiplied by 11. Okay, let it be 12 multiplied by 11. 12 multiplied by 11, 14 by 33. Okay, and now shift this 12 multiplied by 11 to other side. This will become x square minus x equals to 14 by 33 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 11. Now look, 11 ones are and 11 threes are, and 3 ones are and 3 fours are. Okay, and it will take the form x square minus x equals to 14 times 4 is 56, and it will take the form x square minus x minus 56 equals to 0. Form an equation. This part is done. Okay, we have formed the equation, and now the question says that we have to find the number of black balls as well. So the concept of factorization, how important the algebra is. And before going to the solution, we have to see whether we can solve it by midterm breakage or not. Otherwise, we have to prefer what, students? You know well, that is the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula to avoid your complete square method unless the examiner is asking. Now, if we are applying hit and trial method or midterm breakage, I have to make the factors of 56, prime factorization, and 2 28 times, 2 14 times, 2 7 times, and 7 1 times, and I have to make two numbers out of these all factors, like 8 and 7, and 8 with what sign, and 8 with negative sign, and 7 with positive sign. So x square minus 8x plus 7x minus 56 equals to 0. Okay, now you can see that examiner is selecting multiple concepts on one question. Here the probability is involving algebra as well. Previously the trigonometry was also having algebra, so please have good command on these all concepts. X into x minus 8 plus 7 into x minus 8 equals to 0, and x minus 8 is the common factor. Pull it out, common group out, x plus 7 equals to 0, and then apply either our condition, either x minus 8 equals to 0, and this gives me x equals to 8, or x plus 7 equals to 0, this is x equals to minus 7. So as this is the negative answer, and we are talking about balls, and we are talking about the objects, so the balls cannot be negative, so we have to choose the positive answer. So this is the rejected answer, and this is accepted answer. So the question was asking that form an equation in X and find the number of black balls in the bag. So number of black balls in the bag will be 8. I hope you are clear. Let me read the question once again from the top. The question was saying a bag contains 12 balls. X are black. Yes, X were black, so there will be 8 black balls, and other are white. So if we want to find how many are white, although the question is not asking, X are black, that we have calculated now, which is white, and total were 20. So total were 12. A bag contains 12 balls, so others, or means white, will be 4. White will be 4. If we need to use this information, we can use it. I hope you are clear about probability with algebra. And now let's move to the last question of the paper. And question 12 says that A is the point 2 and 3, and B is the point 3 and minus 5, and we have to find the vector AB. Okay, really easy question. So what we have to do is that AB vector will be equal to OB minus OA, final point minus initial point, and what we have to do, we have to write it in form of the column vector. This is 2 and 3, and when I will be taking away 3 minus 2 and minus 5 minus 3, and this is 1 and minus 8, 1 and minus 8. Really easy, and I can write here 1 and minus 8. Moving to the second part, and that says that BC equals to minus 4 and 3. BC equals to minus 4 and 3, and we have to find the coordinates of C. Coordinates of B are already given at the top, and recall the concept that BC will be equal to OC minus OB, and we can write it in form of the column. Information is given in form of the column vector. So we have to write, instead of BC minus 4 and 3, OC as it is, and OB at the top 3 and minus 5. And now in order to get OC, simple algebra, we will be applying here minus 4 and 3 and plus 3 and minus 5, which is equal to OC. Okay, and let me move over here. This is OC will be equal to minus 4 plus 3 and 3 minus 5, and OC will be equal to will be equal to minus 1 and minus 2, if I'm not wrong. But if we read the question that says the coordinates of point C, so we have to write it in the form of the point minus 1 minus 2, and I have to fill up the answer space as well. Moving to the next part, and next part says that AB, distance or length or magnitude, equals to 74, and D has the coordinate -3 and n, and we have to find the possible values of D. Here the important thing is that we have to understand that why is he writing possible values of n. So if we look at the question and information, he's talking about AD, and answer of AD, distance is length is 74. So first of all, what we have to do is that we have to find the distance AD and the column vector AD. AD will be equal to OD minus OA, OD minus OA, and D has the coordinates 3 and n, and A has the coordinates 2 and 3. This will become -3 minus 2 minus 5, and n minus 3 minus 2 and n minus 3. Okay, and now we have to find the magnitude, because the magnitude is given, determinant is given, so we have to find the distance here as well. -5 square plus n minus 3 whole square. Okay, and this will become 5 minus 5 square is 25, and then plus n minus 3. Here again we have to use the algebra. N square minus 6n plus 9, and I have to put the square root symbol, and this is giving me n square minus 6n plus 25 plus 9 is 34. 25 plus 9 is 34, and the given answer of AD is 74 square root. So square root 74, or n square minus 6n plus 34 equals to square root 74, which is given at the top, given. Okay, now in order to find value of n, what we have to do, we have to remove the square root symbol, and for that purpose we have to take square root on both sides. 6n plus 34 equals to 74. As we need to make the quadratic equation, so it's better to shift 74 to other side. N square minus 6n plus 34 minus 74 equals to 0, and this will take the form n square minus 6n 4 and 30. If I'm not wrong, 74 minus 34 is 4 minus 4 is 0, and this will become 40 equals to 0. Again, quadratic equation, and now we have to decide that how can we solve this quadratic equation in order to get to roots 40. Either I can apply hit and trial method, or we can go for quadratic formula, 2 20 times and 2 10 times and 2 5 times, and I have to set the factors in such a way that when I'm adding or subtracting, I can get this minus 6, and when I'm multiplying, I'm getting here 74 has a negative sign, so 40 will be negative. I have to be really careful. Okay, 10 and 4, 10 and 4, 10 minus 4 can give me 6, and 10 multiplied by 4 can give me 40. So let me move over here, that n square minus 6n minus 40 equals to 0, n square minus 10n plus 4n minus 40 equals to 0. Okay, make the groups and extract common factor from each group. Minus 10 plus 4 into n minus 10 equals to 0. Extract the common group out. N minus 10 and n plus 4 equals to 0. Apply either or condition. Either n minus 10 equals to 0 or n plus 4 equals to 0. This will apply n equals to 10. N equals to 10. or n equals to -4. So the possible values of n are 10 and -4. 10 and -4. I hope you are really clear about this question. Really easy and interesting question, and you can see this is a second place where we are using the factorization method, so you should have good command on the methods of factorization. And moving to the last part of this question. In the last part, question says that the diagram is not according to some scale. In this question, we are given with OQ-RP parallelogram, in which O to P is P and O to Q is Q, and K is the midpoint of OQ. K is the midpoint of OQ, okay? And then L is the point on PR, and K to L, if we join K to L, KL, this one, K to L, this is information is given that this is P minus 1 over 10Q, and we have to find the ratio of PL and LR. Ratio of PL and LR. We have to find the ratio between this side to this side. So it means, first of all, we need to find PL length and then LR length, and then we can go for the ratio. So let's think about how to get PL length. Okay, if we look at the diagram, we can see that if I'm starting with P to L, PL will be equal to, I have to start the movement from P to O, P to O, O to K, K and K to L. K to L. Now let's talk about the diagram. P to O is given in the question, but in the direction of OP. OP is P. Then P to O will be equal to minus P. So I will write minus OP, and K is the midpoint of OQ, and OQ total length is Q, so O to K will be equal to Q by 2. OK will be equal to Q by 2, or OQ by 2, and K to L is already given in the question. K to L is already given in the question. O to P will be replaced by minus P plus OQ is Q by 2. Q by 2, and K to L is P minus 1 over 10Q. Okay, now look, students, these are the like terms. They can go easily, and we will left with Q by 2 minus 1 over 10Q. Q by 2 minus 1 over 10Q. Then what we have to do, we have to take the LCM. Okay. So basic concepts have to be really clear. 2 1s are and 2 5s are. 10 will be the LCM, and I will write 10 here, and 5Q minus Q, and this will give me 4Q by 10, or 2 2s are and 2 5s are, which is equal to 2 by 5Q. So PL is 2 by 5Q. If through observation we want to get the answer of LR, yes, we can easily get that if out of 5 parts, 2 parts are for PL, 3 parts will be LR. But let's perform the calculation as well for LR. Now think about LR, that how to get answer of LR. Again, start the movement from L to K, L to K plus K to Q, K to Q plus Q to R, Q to R. Now L to K is given in the opposite direction in which the question is giving us, so we write it minus KL plus KQ will remain same, and QR will also remain same. and KL has the value, what is the value of KL? P minus 1 over 10Q plus KQ is Q by 2 and QR is parallel to OP, which is equal to P. Now we have to apply distributive property, minus P plus 1 over 10Q, okay, and plus Q by 2 plus P goes with P, and I'm left with Q by 2 plus Q by 10. Again LCM will be 10, and 2 5 times, 2 5 times is Q, 2 5 times is 10 plus 1 more Q, which is equal to 6Q by 10, and 2 3s are and 2 5s are, this is 3 by 5Q. Now we have the answer of PL with us. Okay, 2 by 5Q, and this was 3 by 5Q. Now we have to find the ratio of these two components, and finally LPL ratio LR equals to 2 by 5Q ratio 3 by 5Q. Okay, 3 by 5Q. So look, 2 by 5Q upon 3 by 5Q. Q goes with Q, and I will left with 2 by 5 divided by, or I can take the reciprocal here, 5 by 3, 2 by 3, or as we need to find the ratio, so PL ratio LR, PL ratio LR equals to 2 ratio 3. I hope really easy question, and my students can understand these all questions properly. I hope students you have enjoyed today's session of May-June 2021 402422, and this is your Sunday special. My O3 and O2 students can watch and understand this lesson before their CIE examination. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. And my O3 students can attempt this complete paper, but for O2 students they can leave question number 10, because question 10 has not been discussed, the concept has not been discussed with that level, but the rest of the paper is really good for O2 and O3 students both. Please